What if Bill Gates is right, and we're heading toward a world where the weekend lasts 5 days? Could AI actually make the 2-day work week a reality, or is it just a billionaire's daydream? Let's break it all down, because what's coming next might completely change how we live and work. Gates, the American computer programming prodigy who co-founded Microsoft and helped launch the personal computer revolution, has always been ahead of the curve. Long before the world grasped the power of the internet or artificial intelligence, he was already building the backbone of a digital future. Today, as AI accelerates faster than anyone imagined, Gates is making another bold prediction. The traditional job may be on life support. According to him, we're sprinting toward a reality where humans will no longer be needed for most things. Let that sink in. In a conversation with Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show, Gates didn't just hint, he openly questioned, "What will jobs be like? Should we just work like 2 or 3 days a week?" It's not the first time he's brought this up. Back in 2023, when ChatGPT was still learning to crawl, he floated the idea of a 3-day workweek becoming the new normal. More recently, on Trevor Noah's What Now? podcast, he posed a deeper challenge. If you zoom out, the purpose of life is not just to do jobs. So, what happens when AI frees us from work? As Bill Gates imagines a world where humans will no longer be needed for most things, the idea of a 2-day work week suddenly doesn't feel like a joke. It feels like a genuine possibility. But with every great idea comes great resistance. The idea of working less may sound like a dream to some, but it's a nightmare to others, especially those who fear falling behind in a fast-paced global economy. While Gates envisions humans liberated from labor, Infosys co-founder Narayana Murthy has been calling for the exact opposite. In a statement that made international headlines, Murthy argued that Indian youth should be working 70 hours a week. According to him, if India hopes to remain globally competitive, longer hours are essential. He did clarify it was a personal belief rather than a national policy push, but the message was clear: work more, not less. So, whose vision will win? The one where we work ourselves into oblivion, or the one where we work smarter, not harder? But Gates isn't a lone visionary. Across the world, powerful leaders are slowly starting to echo his views. JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon recently said that thanks to AI, we could be looking at a 3.5-day work week. That's coming from the head of one of the most influential financial institutions in the world. In Japan, things are already moving in that direction. Tokyo's metropolitan government has introduced a 4-day workweek pilot program, not just for comfort, but as a tool to boost birth rates and counteract their aging population crisis. Turns out, fewer workdays might just fix more than fatigue. Studies are backing this up. In one case, a company cut just 1 day of work from the week and saw a 24% increase in productivity, plus burnout was slashed in half. The pandemic cracked open a secret. Many workers are burned out, exhausted, and mentally drained, and they're quietly dreaming of a different rhythm of life. So, what kind of jobs are we talking about losing or transforming? According to Gates, 2 professions likely to undergo serious shifts are doctors and teachers, not because they're unimportant, but because AI might do some parts of their job even better. Gates told Fallon, with AI over the next decade, intelligence will become free, commonplace, great medical advice, great tutoring. Imagine personalized learning or diagnosis at the push of a button. That doesn't eliminate the human touch, but it does change the role of the human in the loop. That future won't be free of challenges. It will demand new skills, new thinking, and an entirely new relationship with work. But those who embrace this change, Gates suggests, will thrive. There will be some things that we reserve ourselves for, he says. But in terms of making things and moving things and growing food, over time, those will be basically solved problems. And the race is already on. According to LinkedIn, AI literacy is the fastest growing skill heading into 2025. That's right, those who can understand, manage, and leverage AI tools aren't just surviving this new era, they're defining it. If you can't beat the machines, partner with them. The future doesn't belong to the busiest, it belongs to the smartest. Which brings us to the ultimate question: if machines can do almost everything, what should humans do? Gates' answer isn't dystopian, it's liberating. He doesn't imagine a useless population, but a society free to explore leisure, creativity, relationships, and new forms of purpose. It's not about escaping responsibility, it's about rediscovering humanity beyond productivity. In his own words, "If you zoom out, the purpose of life is not just to do jobs." And that quote is perhaps the most radical part of his vision. It asks us to consider something deeper. What is the purpose of human life in an age when machines can do almost everything? But can this become a reality? It's already partially a reality. Let's get this straight. Bill Gates says we're heading toward a 2-day work week. AI is about to handle most of our jobs, and intelligence will become free, while some business titans are still fantasizing about 70-hour slogs and working on Sundays. Seriously? On one side, you've got the old guard clutching their coffee-stained time cards, begging for more hours, as if exhaustion is a trophy. On the other, a new AI-powered world where your time is yours, where technology does the grind so humans can live. Jobs like teaching and medicine being transformed. Productivity higher. Burnout crushed. Birth rates rising. Tokyo's already testing it. CEOs like Jamie Dimon are talking about it. LinkedIn says AI literacy is the hottest skill of 2025. And Gates? He's painting a future where the weekend is 5 days long and the purpose of life isn't just doing jobs. So now what? Do we keep hustling like it's 1995, or do we leap into the future? This isn't a fiction, it's happening. And those who embrace the change will own it. Those who don't, left in the digital dust. So let me ask you, are you ready to trade burnout for brilliance? Smash that subscribe button, drop a comment below if you're Team 2-Day Workweek or Team Never Stop Working. Really, no judgment, just curiosity, and share this with your overworked friend who needs a wake-up call from the future.